And that's cut away for 4 runs. And that is going to reach the boundary. And I think that verifies what we were saying early on, Ray. We've seen a couple of other shots struggle to make it to the boundary, but that had a little bit more on it and coming off the back foot shot.
Just a little bit wider. Oh, it wasn't all that wide, I suppose, but Andrew Symonds, very good cutter of the ball. And this time he kept this on the ground all the way. And, of course, there's no deep third man. And that one raced across the boundary for 4. Yes, they may well rue that dropped opportunity.
Goes for the big drive in the air. That's punched away by Andrew Symonds for another boundary.
Well, he never keeps you guessing, Andrew Symonds. Anything that resembles a half volley. Of course, the previous ball was pitched a little short. This time pitched up, hits it on the rise, over mid-off or extra cover for 2 or 3 bounces and into the fence. So boundaries off consecutive deliveries from Paul Wilson.
And pulled away again. So this is a good over for the Bulls. 3 terrific shots there from Andrew Symonds. Second one a little risky, but there was certainly no risk in that pull shot.
Well, 3 consecutive boundaries off the bowling of Paul Wilson now, and this time Andrew Symonds just easing it round backward of square leg for 4, and that was all timing. Rolled the wrist on it beautifully, so he's moved to 14. He got out of the block, or he didn't get out of the blocks. He started very slowly, but he's picked it up. Maybe trying to take full advantage of that chance that he gave to Vaughan a few overs ago.
And a little bit of frustration going out there from Big Blocker. Had a ping at the stumps. It was a wild one. Not impressed at all.
Well, that got him fired up, those 3 consecutive boundaries. Andrew Symonds again getting onto the front foot, and big Paul Wilson shying at the stumps very wide. And look at the look on that man's face. Andrew Symonds had a bit of a wry smile.
Down he comes, and he knew, Brad Young, that he was going to be attacked, and one bounce and over the fence by Andrew Symonds.
Oh, a rank full toss, but I think Young saw him coming and was quite undecided as to what to do, and ended up bowling him a rank full toss. You see Andrew Symonds using his feet, unlike Martin Love, who doesn't like to get out to the bowlers by using his feet, tends to play from the crease. But this time Young was all at sea so far as his length was concerned.
Symonds again goes over cover, and that's a big hit. That is a massive hit, and even though we're blocked a little bit in our commentary position, I think Ray Phillips, even before the umpire puts his hand up, you could say that's going to be 6.
That was huge from Andrew Symonds. We saw a big 6 hit earlier on in the season here, and he got down on one knee, played with the spin, and that was a massive, massive hit. That cleared the fence by a good 25-30 metres. So first ball was a dot ball from Young, and he's gone for 4 and 6 off the next 2 deliveries. It's going to be interesting now to see how he plays the next delivery.
Off the back foot, and that also will be 4 runs. This is terrific batting by Andrew Symonds. And just the initiative shown by him has thrown Brad Young. He threw Paul Wilson a couple of overs ago, and now it's thrown Brad Young.
Well, he's taken up where he's left off in New Zealand, Andrew Symonds. He played brilliantly in New Zealand with the Australian one-day side, and he is really getting on with it now. Terrific cricket to watch.
Good batting. You don't have to smash them all away. It was there to be driven.
I think he's looking for him, though. And Brad
Do you
Young,
think so?
Well, Brad Young doesn't know what to dish up.
5 boundaries and a big 6. And away it goes again, and that's another 6. Beautiful batting this from Andrew Symonds. Fabulous over for the Bulls.
Tremendous hitting from Andrew Symonds. A couple of 6s, couple of 4s, and a couple of dot balls. 20 off the over, and again a similar shot to a couple of balls beforehand. Didn't quite carry as far, but well, that was far enough. And umpire Parker raises both arms.
Oh, that's a magnificent shot. Class all over that. And Blocker's after it. Well, if they run really hard, they could have ran 8 then, but they just offered 2. He just jogged after it, Blocker. Well, that's magnificent. Don't even bother running for that. That's 4. He is such a good player. He knows how to put away the bad ball now. He really does, and that's the difference.
Well, there's a slog sweep, and he's got that right out of the middle, and that's gone a long way back.
Well, don't you love this as a spinner? He's got a bowl to Foley, who doesn't mind the slogging left-handed sweep shot. Then he's got to put up with Simo, who's liable to hit him over mid-off, or mid-on, or mid-wicket, like that. And that's outside off stump, but it's just dragged flat into those temporary seating out there over mid-wicket. Casual as you like.
And this time away through the offside, and that's a beautiful piece of batting. 4 runs.
I mean, he's just rocked back. This is where his height comes into it. He's just rocked back off that one and smacked that forward a point as hard as you could hit it.
That's short outside the off stump, put away for 4.
Just gave him a little bit of room. That's all it was needed. And he's just whacked that one behind point. Half track of Ben Johnson. You're not quick enough or scary enough on this pitch to worry Andrew Symonds on 70 odd runs. That takes him to 79.
Fieldsman dropping off on the point boundary. And that's up in the air and a long way back. That's a big hit. And that's the reason why that gentleman's up on the roof.
There's no good being on the roof, but they went right over it. That is in the entrance car park to this establishment here. Well, this is juicy, isn't it? To a man on 80 runs, Symonds, he hasn't tried to hit this down. That has gone way, way over the top. There she goes. Just caught the back edge of the building there, the Queensland Cricket.
85 from 92 balls. That's fine batting. 4 sixes and 8 fours. 138 minutes. So long over 2 hours. Really good batting from Andrew Symonds.
Well, now what do you suggest he should bowl being a batsman, James?
Maybe something of better line and length. You're bowling a medium pace delivery and it lands halfway down. You expect it to go for 6.
There's only one problem, that mid-on, mid-off or up.
That's sensible batting there. He may even get 2 here. He's tucked that in and they're going to come back. He's been the difference today between a really good day and an okay day from a Redback's point of view. Andrew Symonds, they've done well to restrict the rest of the batting lineup, but this guy on screen has just taken things into his own hands, played superbly. And now the late cut, 4 more. Putting on a clinic out there at the moment, Andrew Symonds.
I think he's just adding a few more shots to that wagon wheel, a few more spokes. It's not easy, like we said before, to hit 4s. That one's just cut back a little bit too as well. And look at the way he's just rocked back, and he's dissected those 2 gully fieldsmen and had no trouble reaching the fence. Ben Johnson is only a medium pacer. It's a good tight over, this one.
Decides to leave that alone in the end, which is probably good batting. Let's have a look at a replay of this one. Short outside the off stump and a sensible decision in the finish. There aren't too many blokes in Australian cricket, Tomo, that can bat like Andrew Symonds is. That man's probably one of them. Now he's faced with a guy in the opposition team doing exactly what he's made a career out of doing. And this time it's through again, and that's going to run away for 4 more. So 20 runs coming from that over. 4 for 197. And that's the 100. Outside edge, running down towards 3rd man. He's going to pick up at least 2. Andy Bickle running hard to come back for 3, but He may have struggled this morning, but that is a fine century for Andrew Symonds. You can see he's very pleased with that, and so he should be. His 8th Sheffield Shield century, 21 first-class hundreds for him. Mentioned the fact, Tomo, that this morning he hasn't found it easy, but yesterday was some of the best batting we've seen for a very long time.
Oh, it was unbelievable. That's right. The way he struck the ball yesterday. No doubt if he gets going again here this morning, we'll see a bit of the same. But it was a terrific innings. I mean, take that innings out of Queensland and they'd be in a hell of a lot of trouble.
And that's edged again, and this time it's 4. Straight through the gap. Jason Gillespie can't believe it. Darren Lehman, he can't believe it either. The gap left there, and the ball, as it usually does, has gone straight through it. And now away down the leg side, and that's going to go for 4 as well. Unless it just holds up. No, it's into the boards. So 4 more. Runs are coming. Not exactly in convincing style for Andrew Symonds.
I'll tell you what, the next man in, I'll be not watching this, I don't think. He'll be hoping, oh, God, I hope Andrew stays in for a little while so I don't have to go out and face this.
Not so much movement there. That's crunched through the covers for 4 runs. That's the one he's been sweating upon. As Andrew Symonds, it was well pitched up. Not so much swing in this one. And bang, away it went.
Well, that's a very good shot.
And that's 4 runs. That's not a controversial shot. That's right off the middle of the bat. Right over the top of it. Over the top, Big Nick, and that'll run away for 4 runs also. That's the deep part of the ground down there, but Symonds, you can see, pinned the ears back with that one. And that has gone through that 3rd slip area once again, Jonesy, that you've been talking about. Seemed to be past Brad Young before he realised that, yes, there wasn't anyone there, and perhaps I should have dived for it, but even then he may have been found wanting. So no luck at all there for Paul Wilson. Nicely driven straight down the ground. Won't reach the boundary. And comes back. Oh, a little bit of a mishap here. They get through quite safely at the end. Just a little bit of indecision by Symonds, but then decided, well, I'll take it on, and picked up the 3rd run.
Andrew Symonds down the ground and smokes that over the head of the bowler. One of the cleanest hitters in the game. That's a beautiful piece of striking there from a man in very good